good morning, and another very cold morning it is, and I'm standing in front of my 5-year-old Pinkerton tree. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, the sun's busy rising, and if you anything like me and a little bit obsessed about avocados and your avocado trees, some nights you lie awake thinking of your avocado trees. And last night, as I was lying awake, I was thinking of what experiments I can do with the Pinkerton tree and maybe get an idea that might be helpful to other people also growing Pinkerton trees. So this tree is now, as you see, it's starting to flower. This is the first little cauliflower flower that's pushing, this little guy over there. That's the furthest flower on this tree at the moment, but they all will start to pop within the next couple of weeks. So it's exactly a year since it was started in this phase. So it's about 12 months since that phase. Then the first fruit that set on this tree after the 12 months when it started flowering was 4 months later. So it flowered for 4 months and then the first fruit set. And the first fruit that set are these guys. That one over there is one over there, and then another over there. These were the sort of the first ones. Then in the back there was a later one, and right down at the bottom was a later one. That one at the bottom was one of the later ones, but it's the biggest one. It's a huge avocado, that one. Then this one was really late, also a really big one. If you watch my videos, you always hear me say I've got big hands. I do have big hands, and that's just one huge ass Pinkerton avocado over there. These two set at the same time. You can see the one on the left is quite a bit smaller than the one on the right. They coming off of two different branches. The one on the left is a branch closer to the inside of the canopy. The one on the right is another branch further out on the canopy. So it looks like it's pushing more. I don't know how it works, but it looks like it's pushing more energy to the outer branches, to the outer fruits, because these two set. I remember monitoring these two fruits together, and they probably more around about 6 months old, and the first three that I showed you were 8 months old. So alright, so I want to do an experiment today. It's a experiment that I bounced off of Gary Gregg, one of his videos. I love Gary's videos, and he's got a video on Reed avocado at his nursery where I'll put the link in the description on this video that you can go and check out Gary's video on tagging a Reed avocado and seeing how long it actually can hang on the tree. So I'm gonna copy Gary there. I'm just gonna bounce off of his idea there, and today I'm gonna do two things today. I wasn't planning on harvesting a Pinkerton today, but I decided today is the first day that I'm gonna harvest avocado, a Pinkerton. It will officially be the first avocado that I harvest from my backyard in 6 years that I've been trying to grow my own avocados. So today is actually a big day for me, and I'm very, very excited. So even though it might still, or definitely still is a bit early, I'm gonna pick the 8-month-old Pinkerton, which is, I think I'm just gonna go for this one. So it's really gotten dull, dark green, and I think it's ready. And then I just want to see if yeah, so it's just popped. So there, the first Pinkerton is picked. Very excited. Awesome. All right, big moment for me there, as you can see. Okay, so what I've got is a permanent marker, and I have a little tag over there. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write the date that the fruit has set. I think I'm gonna choose this one growing on the inside of underneath the canopy, which is protected. I guess he would be the one hanging, will be able to hang there the longest. It's protected from the wind and the sun, and there's no one in my yard that will actually pick it unless someone jumps the fence or something like that. But I think I'm gonna tag that one over there, and so I'm just gonna write the date when that fruit was set on that tag, and I'm gonna just put it around the stem of the fruit there. Alright, so there's my tag. The fruit that I'm going to tag was set in September last year. So I just wrote September 22 set, and then do not pick. And now I'm going to tag that stem of that fruit, and I want to see how long it lasts, how long it will hang before it falls. So the reason for this experiment, or what I want to do, is, now I've just picked this first Pinkerton after this tree's been in the ground for almost 6 years, going for 6 years, and just wrote today's date. So I want to monitor and see how long it takes to ripen, and then when I cut it and eat it, I will do a video on the oil content, like my take on the oil content. I like high dense oily avocados, and I just absolutely can't stand a watery avocado. So I'm gonna judge this avocado on 8 months growth. This one's also 8 months, so this was also set in around about 8 months, give or take a couple of weeks. But so there's that, and then I'm just gonna go in underneath the canopy. So there, I've got it tagged, and I decided to go for the one hanging freely just below the one that I wanted to tag, because that one actually touches the tree's trunk, and it's got some blemishes there, and I'm just worried that might cause it to eventually drop. So I'm gonna tag this one, and my plan is to leave this Pinkerton hanging there for as long as it possibly can or wants to hang there. I'm not gonna pick it. I'll leave it. Well, I'll eventually pick it if it ends up never falling off. But just want to see how long a Pinkerton can actually hang on the tree, and then when we ripen it in the future, taste it and see, is it going to be bad, rancid, oily, or rather flowery, or they they seem, sometimes when they hang too long, they get almost like it's like dry, breaks apart, sort of like almost like hard clumps of dry flour. Anyways, so I'm leaving this guy on there, and experiment starts now. And so now there's 7 fruits left on this tree, and I think from now on, all depending on what this Pinkerton tastes like when it gets ripe, this will be sort of now my benchmark, or my I'll be able to make my decisions on when I want to pick from this one. Maybe this is like really amazing and I think, all right, like it can't get any better than this, then I'll start picking the rest. But if it's still a little watery and I feel there's more potential for oil building in the fruits, then I'll wait another month, maybe 2 months. But I think it's going to be nice. I really think it's going to be nice. And then every month from here on, 9 months, 10 months, 11, 12 months, I'll pick these avocados and then see how they evolve every month, if they get better, and I'll do updates on that, just for interest's sake. I know there's some people that find it interesting, and I certainly find it interesting, and I enjoy making these videos, and it's nice to be able to fall back on, because I tend to forget. So it's a very chilly morning, and I hold the avocado like this. It's freezing. It's absolutely freezing. It's about 6 degrees Celsius this morning, and the sun's coming up in the west, in the east rather. Thank goodness the sun doesn't rise in the west. Yeah, so there's the Pinkerton getting ready to flower this year. This is the youngest of the bunch. Ooh, what's this? Okay, so there I just noticed some black. This it's soft, it's rotten. I'm gonna have to pick this avocado as well. I'm glad I took a squiz underneath this avocado, so I'm just gonna go in. Okay, so didn't plan on harvesting 2 avocados today, but you can, it's ewy, it's squishy. So this avocado is rotten. It started to rot on the tree. Maybe some bug or something got in there. I'll try and ripen it anyways, and see what it does. So all I wanted to say was that was actually the youngest of the lot. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Anyway, wonder what that could be. It's protected from the sun, can't be sunburn. Also, it's on the bottom of the fruit. Could it just be time to harvest them? But I mean, this fruit's not really even 6 months old yet on the tree. So I'd say 6 months. Anyway, let's see. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep you posted and updated on how long the Pinkerton can hang on the tree. Have a lovely Sunday.